Microphone check 1 2. We are here, man. I go by the name of DJ P-Nyce, man. P-Nyce, MC P-Nyce, and I got a special guest in the building, man. This is the Moss Podcast, episode 2. And once again, I got a special guest in the building. We trying to get the kinks out. P-Nyce, Ugly Money Nietzsche. What's up?
What up? It's your boy Pooh Bell, the plus size porn star. You catch me on pornhub.com/PoohBell, xxnx.com/PoohBell. Nah, but P-Nyce, a.k.a. Ugly Money Nietzsche, man. We here, baby.
What's good, man? So first off, proud of you, man. First off.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
First off, it's been
Amen
a while
to that.
since we see. I get everybody the backstory about what's going on between you and I. Like, they don't understand. Like, when we lived in Augusta together, you kind of helped me get my foot in the door as far as like getting into the promotion gang and like started like networking with people and everything. So I was like, yo, I gotta put P on here. I gotta put Ugly Money on here. I can't even call him Ugly Money, but but I gotta put P on here.
It's gonna be a P-Nyce interview. It's cool.
It's a P-Nyce interview. But yeah, man. So like, I do appreciate like everything I learned over the years from where I'm at now, and to just incorporate your ways of thinking into how I'm doing things now, and then we learn from each other now.
Hell yeah. Well, you know, I think the main thing that people need to understand is you get your blessings by blessing others.
Absolutely.
And that's why I was always the kind of guy I was like, well, if I can empower this guy, if he needs a battery, but he has a great car, but it just needs a car battery, let me try to be the guy that helps him get that battery.
There you go.
Because when that car gets up and going, maybe 5 years down the line, I might need a ride. You know what I'm saying? So when I call and be like, hey, bro, I need a ride. My car broke down. Remember that battery? I don't even got to say it if he's a real guy. He's like, hey, bro, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
In my situation, I was always the guy that saw talent maybe before people saw talent. And maybe some people saw the talent before themselves. And I'd be like, hey, that guy has something special that he can bring to the game. And I would try to empower them and support them as much as I could. And, in turn, years down the line, we built a dope network of individuals that we kind of all came up together. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about.
Well, I do appreciate everything over the years. So, like, it was crazy. It was like, when I met you, man, you was rapping.
I'm retired.
You was definitely rapping. And then, like, we got started in Augusta. And, I mean, you was in your thing in Virginia, but I'm talking about from when we got started.
Definitely.
Augusta, Georgia, the promotion side. It was like rapper to promoter, but just like rapper to promoter and rapper at the same time. So my first question was, what was the change once you left Augusta coming to Atlanta? Like, why are you just full-time promotion now? Why are you retired?
Well, great question. Damn. I moved from Augusta when I got signed to Push Management.
Right.
It's A-Ball and MJG's and Jazzy Face.
Shout out to Duprano.
Yeah, shouts out to Du. And, I was just strictly rapping. And, I learned firsthand how the industry can be extremely, it's a roller coaster ride.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you get to the point where it's like, I had to be real with myself. I'm like, okay, I'm 30-something years old. I got X amount of kids. Now I got 4 kids.
Whoa.
I'm like, okay,
Oh,
right
my
now, give me a drop for 4 kids. But right now, rap isn't paying the bills, and the light bill's gonna keep coming. The gas and the water and the rent's gonna keep coming, and that wasn't my main reason for falling back for the rap. I just think it's all about timing with music.
Absolutely.
And I think at that particular time, it just wasn't my time, and I was trying to force it. Like, it's gonna, I believe that I got extremely a real big, tough work ethic, and I'm like, I'm just pushing, and it just wasn't my time.
Yeah.
And it might come 2-3 years, it might come 5 years from now, just an opportunity opens, and it's extremely organic, it's extremely natural. It's like, rap, nigga, and I'm a rap. You know what I'm saying? But like, the thing that was organic for me was the behind the scenes, the business side, the promotion. It came so naturally. Where I remember I was turning down radio gigs. Like, I was actually turning down radio stations for radio shows and opportunities because I wanted to rap.
Right.
And sometimes God is telling you, like, hey, bro, I'm showing you the way. and you still trying to do it your way. And I'm like, okay, well maybe this is the way that God's showing, because it's like if all these doors are opening for me from tours, radio shows, everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as on the business side, and I'm still trying to beat this artist. I want to rap. Maybe the way to getting to where I want to go is just to go the way that is organically working for me. And that's what I did.
And that's the promotion side.
Yeah. We put some people in the building, man. If anybody know me, they know we put some people in the building. You know, we put some asses in the seats. I'm a numbers guy, you know what I mean?
Well,
asses in the seats.
Back to Augusta, man. So how has Augusta been such a big influence on I know how it's been big on my career. And I always said 3 people in Augusta helped me out. You being one of those people, Chile Chill's been another, and surprisingly, Joe King, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's not Joe King.
Yeah,
Free Joe King.
He the one who really got me started.
Free Joe King.
Yeah, free Joe King. But those are the 3 people that really helped me in the entertainment world. But so how has Augusta been such a big influence in your career?
Well, I've always said that Philip Harris is from Virginia, but P-Nyce is from Augusta.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Augusta gave me the platform and the support to get the crazy ideas in my head and turn them to life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where we were doing 8 and 9 parties a week, you know, and I had never done that before.
I remember. First class.
Like, no facts, no cap, 9 parties a week, and they was going crazy. So, Augusta just gave me that first platform that I could use to start my actual career business-wise. You know, to build relationships with people anybody that would come into town from Atlanta or wherever, any artist, they would always have to stop. They would have to come see me one way or another. Either you're going to come see me on the radio or you're going to come see me in the club, but you're going to end up coming to see me. And, you know, those relationships are relationships that I hold today, you know what I'm saying? And if they're good relationships, you know, you come see me and we gonna work, and it's going to be all love, and it's going to be a love situation. If it's a bad relationship, then motherfucker, I'm going to tax shit out your ass, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So Augusta is definitely the city that I definitely give all credit to for catapulting my career to where it is now.
Do you believe that, and I heard this from somebody in Augusta, said that people that's not from Augusta have a little bit more work ethic than people that live in Augusta?
Trying to get me in trouble. Nah, I'm not saying that. I would say that it says it, and I'm not trying to get biblical. It says it in the Bible, and I don't want to mess up the scripture, but a prophet in his home is something to the effect of a prophet in his homeland is not respected. I know I'm messing the scripture up, but what I'm saying is sometimes when sometimes you got to leave home to really let your wings spread.
There you go.
And me being from Virginia coming to Augusta, it looked like money was falling from the sky. I'm like, yo, you don't see all this money? You don't see the money on the floor. And then sometimes people in their hometown can't see it. But they go to the next city and it's right there for them. And so for me, I just saw all these opportunities and all these ways to do great business in this town, all these gaps in the market. I'm like, let's go fill the gap in. Okay, these guys, everybody's doing Saturday night parties. Well, let's do a Friday night. No one's doing nothing on Friday. And, and sometimes, and it worked for me too. It's because when I was in Virginia, a lot of times I couldn't see stuff.
Right.
You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? But back then we had guys from New York that were coming and killing the game. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, sometimes you got to get outside your element because a lot of times your hometown is the last place to support you. And that's true everywhere. That's not just Augusta. That's everywhere.
They are. Damn, that's true. That's true as fuck, man. A lot of times your hometown is the last place to support you. As far as like the promoting side goes, what set you apart promoting in Augusta versus promoting in Atlanta now? I seen you linked up with Jock last week.
Yeah. Well, the Augusta, one thing I do like about Augusta is Augusta. If they rock with you, they're gonna rock with you.
That is true. Shout out Augusta.
I do not care if I do not care if they got Jay-Z next door. If I like P-Nyce, my homeboy, they're going to go rock with P-Nyce. You know, there's been several times that we have major artists and major entities come to the city, and people are still going to go to the club with the people that they rock with. So as a promoter, that worked great for me because I'm like, okay, well, I don't got to spend $30,000. I can just promote hard, and these people are going to, rock with me and continue to support me off of the relationships that I've built over the years. So I definitely like it, Augusta for that because of the fact that they going to go they're going to go home, you know what I'm saying, to their home
Absolutely.
or spot. Now, as far as Atlanta, Atlanta's faster pace, and I like it. I'm a fast-paced guy, so, you know, and the thing about it, the A is just like everybody here is trying to get it. Mm-hmm. But the beautiful thing about it is it's not – I haven't seen a lot of crabs in a bucket mentality in Atlanta because I think it's if you're really on your grind and really doing what you're supposed to do, there's enough to go around.
Absolutely.
This
True.
guy can have a club right next to this guy, and that guy can have a club right up the street, and all of them are packed, and all of them are doing their numbers. And so it just kind of, you know, waters down the hate a little bit because there really is enough to go around if you're on your grind, if you're on your shit.
Man, what got you started with with Fight Night and the Fight Night videos? Like I seen like a few of them hit 1 million. Like I seen people, other celebrities posting them and shit. Like what made you say fuck it? I just want to start Fight Night. Like,
I can't take credit for that. I can't take credit for that.
Well, being the face of it.
That credit goes to a guy named Jay Fetty and Zoe, a.k.a. Young Go Get It. These some guys from Florida. Jay's from Florida and Zoe's from Columbus, and they came up with the idea in Augusta for girl-on-girl boxing. And I remember the first time I heard about it, I was like, nobody want to see that shit.
Right.
But
you'd be surprised how many people do.
Oh, I'm not surprised anymore. But they came up with the idea, and they needed a host.
Right.
And, you know, at the time, I was like, yeah, it's probably not going to do nothing, whatever. I told them a price. They paid it. And it took about a month and a half. It took about 2 months for it to kick off. Like, it was dead. And then 2 months later, it just sporadically just popped off, and everybody just started coming. And we ended up having a legendary 2-3 year run, like 900 through 1,000 people every Thursday night.
And this is in Augusta, right?
This is in Augusta. We ended up having like a 2 year run, doing about 1,000 people every Thursday for Fight Night, and it just became culture. It just became the hottest shit in the city.
Shit. So you got Fight Night. You took it from Augusta, and it was a good little run where you didn't have it. Where you didn't.
Yeah.
And then now you're doing it in Mississippi.
We're operating in about 6 markets right now.
God damn.
Biloxi, Mississippi, Gulfport, Mississippi. Well, Biloxi and Gulfport, Mississippi, Huntsville, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, Anniston, Alabama. You know, we kind of all over, and we're actually working on. We're wrapping up the Fight Night movie.
Oh, okay.
I just did a documentary film. We're trying to pitch it to Ice Cube. Ice Cube's waiting on me right now, actually, for the movie. But we're wrapping it up. It's about 80% done. And
Is this a movie or like a documentary?
It's like a real deal documentary / like movie. It's like
I remember off tangent, we was talking a few months ago, and you was telling me about how it was something that you was telling me about a girl that was coming to Fight Night, and she needed money to pay her bills and some shit like that. They was trying to make like a was that part of the movie or like?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, there's real deal stories and there's real deal situations that go on in people's lives or whatever, and you know, I just kind of dug deep into the background of why this person's in this ring, trying to, you know, because either it's a quarrel, either you know this girl doesn't like this girl for whatever reason. Well, what is the reason? Right. Tell me, you know what I'm saying? Or why don't you like her? Why do you want to get in the ring? Or this girl keeps on wanting to fight every week. Why do you keep on letting these girls slap you? You know, because, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, she got laid off from her job, and her lights are off right now, and the kids at home hungry, and you know what? I need this 200, so she going to go do it. So rather than go suck a dick, goddammit, she going to go let a bitch slap her, and I respect it.
And get embarrassed.
There it is.
Well, damn.
Well, it's only embarrassed if you lose.
True. No, I seen one. I didn't know it was one video you posted on Instagram or whatever. I guess like of like all the greatest slap.
Oh, wow.
And you showed the video of Lamont, the Slap King.
Oh, Slap King. Shouts out there. Where is Lamont?
I think he in Texas.
Lamont, come see me, bro. I miss you, bro.
He in Texas, ain't it?
We got some money to get, Lamont. I ran it up with Lamont. Oh, my God.
Lamont was like, I was like, what the hell? This nigga goddamn. Because his hands was big as shit. I met him. I know who Lamont is. So I'm like, I didn't know he was like the Slap King because, you know, I had left Augusta. Yeah. I come back. I'm like, yo, this nigga goddamn knocking niggas out with a slap.
There's only one dude. I think he slapped about 7 or 8 times, and he out of the 8 times that he slapped, it was 7 knockouts. There's only one dude that lasted. Oh my God! Yeah, there's only one dude that lasted. He ended up breaking it. He ended up just like breaking the nigga jaw or something, but he didn't knock him out.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Slap King. Shouts out to him. Lamont, we need to do some business, bro. Holla at me.
Come back to Atlanta. You can make some money up here.
Let's do it, son.
How has Facebook been a different. I ain't gonna say different. How has Facebook been an influence on your promotion now versus a few years ago?
Well, I was a radio guy.
Right.
I did radio for like 5 years.
You got me in the radio.
Hey, facts. You know what I'm saying? So, and no disrespect to radio, but I learned very quickly that social media is king, at least in my opinion.
Now.
There is nothing that's more powerful than social media.
Right now, yeah.
Not TV, not radio, not nothing. The same budget that you would spend on the radio, you can probably spend half of it, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but you could probably spend half of it in social media, and you're going to get twice the results. And I learned that from my homeboy P-Nyce.
Oh, there we go. There's it. But I showed him the way. No, it's cool. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just amazing to me. And nobody can tell me different. You know, this is coming from a guy that's done radio, and radio is effective in its own way. But for promotion, party promotion, and things like that, social media is king. Like, and it's not even close. It's not even
That's
close.
crazy.
Anybody that's trying to get in the party industry, I'll tell you right now, social media is king. But you can't just sit on Facebook and post the same damn flyer 30 times. It doesn't work like that. You got to put some money into this.
You got to put some money into it.
But it's worth it. It's worth it if you know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And if you're not, go holler at P-Nyce and he'll book you a
I ain't
consultation.
sure. No, I ain't giving nobody else the juice.
For $2,000.
Yeah, they got it out there. I ain't giving nobody the juice.
They about to blow your ass. Like, hey, bro, come on, man. Teach me, bro.
You should have seen how it was last week. People was like, "Oh man, you need to sign me, man. I'm a real artist."
I'm trying to tell you.
Back to the artist side of things.
Okay.
I seen that you worked with Dolph before, right?
Yeah. Shouts out Dolph.
You worked with. I seen you with a whole bunch of people under. You know, when you was with Push, and even prior to Push. Would you ever, like, let's say an artist coming to you right now. Let's say Dolph came to you.
Yeah.
AP, I need a feature. Would you do it, or would you just like, nah, I'm straight on it right now?
I'm retired right now. I'm happily retired.
So even if it don't matter who it is.
It wouldn't be a situation where it's like I would turn it down as far as a feature. It would just have to be. It has to be the right timing.
It's gotta make sense.
It's got to make a lot of sense or whatever, to the point of the fact that I just don't want to rap just to be rapping anymore. And I think some people misconstrue that. I love to make music. I still rap.
Yeah.
But as far as actually actively pushing a record, it has to make sense. If there's no machine, or the business isn't right, it's not gonna push me.
Is there any artists that you want to like help with their career right now?
Yeah, well, I'm not against that, and artists ask me all the time. It's really the fact of, I just want, if I'm gonna like manage an artist or get to that point, I just want an artist that's set up to win. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And what people don't understand is it's I don't make the rules. I just see the game and try to win it. It's 90% business, 10% talent. And so if a guy's just coming at me with he's super extremely talented, yeah, I understand that, bro. But that's just 10% of the game. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get on with 10%, nigga. You need more than 10%. You gotta have to come with some business. And so before I would ever sign on to a situation with the artist, it has to be a situation where he's gonna already set himself up to win. His business mind is right, or he's trying to handle his business, and he got a team in place and things of that nature. Where I don't really want to take that car from 0 to 100. I can take you if you going 30, and we can get you to 100 together.
And that makes sense.
But if you're not willing to put no gas in your own car and get it to 30, nigga, I'm cool.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Cool.
So, is there anybody? As far as my bad, let me get back to the question I was going to say. What platforms do you have for artists that's really like that don't know? They just want to like just learn the game, or just like learn, get their exposure out there as far as like doing music and everything. What platforms do you offer?
Well, I do. I'm probably one of the most consistent tour, managers and promoters in the Southeast right now, where we are operating in all the states: Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and I do tour runs for QC, Street Execs, just some of everybody. Anybody that's really moving. I'm doing a tour run with TK Kravitz, Euro God, and the Eastside Jody right now, and I'm the guy that gets them out there into these markets that they may not They might not know. Person might not have heard of Anderson, Alabama, but you know what? There's a fan base out there that, we can go and get these people
Absolutely.
as fans and everything. So I'm the guy that you come to see when you really trying to get on that stage, get that show running, get your record moving in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy that you gonna come through and we're gonna hit that highway. You know what I'm saying? We're going to hit that highway. I'll be killing I-20. Like, I-20, 95 South, them my traps.
How important is relationships in the industry?
Relationships are worth more than money. If you got good relationships, you'll never be broke. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have a solid relationship with a solid dude than for him to pay me, because of the fact of the matter is that I can always make some money. I can always generate some kind of currency if the relationship is solid. The industry is very, very, very small. So your relationships, the fact of the matter is that you can pick up this phone and call somebody, and they pick it up and answer it and actually listen to what you're saying. It's priceless. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that's all a cat need. A dude can get a whole record deal just off of relationships. That's why people sign with certain managers. It's like, hey, I'm going to call Diddy because he'll answer the phone for me, and I could probably get you a deal. Hey, Diddy, what's up? I got this guy. Oh, send it to me. I got you. And that's really how the industry works. It's more of a personal, it's business, but it's more of a personal situation where if I know this guy, B-Nyce is my guy. If B-Nyce calls me and says, hey, P,
I have a podcast.
I got a podcast. I'm coming.
We've been knowing each other, like, people didn't know, like, we've been knowing each other damn near about 10 years.
Yeah, facts. But, if this other guy that I don't know from a can of paint calls me, he's like, hey, man, won't you do my podcast? Oh, I'm going to need X amount of dollars. I'm going to need 3 bottles of Hennessy, some Red Bull, 2 midgets, and a bowl of green M&Ms. You know what I'm saying? So relationships are everything.
What's the biggest event you ever did? Not money-wise, just people-wise. I know Augusta had to be in there. James Brown Arena.
I'm trying to see if I think I trumped that one.
What?
The second largest event was the second largest event I did was James Brown Arena in Augusta, Georgia. We did 2,500 people, Power Fest night. It was crazy. I think it was like our first or second year actually operating. That was crazy.
That show got you on the radio too, right?
Yeah, actually, that's what got me a whole job. The damn program director's like, who the hell did this, and what artist, who is this guy? And ended up coming to see me and gave me a job.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a funny story, but shouts out to them. But my top one was I opened up a club in Anderson, Alabama, and the first night we did about 27, 28. It was
my God.
Yeah, it was wild. It was a wild night. It was a good one though.
So what made you really what made you really want to step out of the Georgia market and go into Mississippi and go into Alabama? And is there any other states that you want to try to go to build up your brand, what you got going on?
Well, I always knew that the things that I was doing in Augusta and the candor that I had with people and the way people gravitated to me would work everywhere. Everywhere I touch down, no matter if I'm in Atlanta, Augusta, Australia, Orlando, I'm still me.
Right.
So the person that I am, for some reason, I don't know why, thank God, people automatically, they just always gravitated to me. So I was like, well, let me expand my brand. If I want to do bigger and better things, if I want to make more money, I got to expand. And so that's what brought me to Alabama, was like, well, they may not have a P-Nyce out here. They might not have a guy that can, snap his fingers and 300 people show up. And in the town that I was working in, they didn't. And so I was like, whoa, nobody's really promoting parties out here? It's like, no, we got all these clubs, but nobody goes. I'm like, oh, y'all tripping. You don't see this money falling from the ceiling again?
Right,
I saw
exactly.
it all over again. I'm like, it's money falling, so I'm going to go get it. And so, and then, that led to Mississippi and so on and so forth, and just going into these markets, and it's all the same reaction, all the same love. I go to Biloxi, Mississippi, it's a packed house. I go to Anderson, Alabama, packed house. Columbus, Georgia, packed house. And I'm like, okay. Now I'm to the point now I'm like, okay, the Southeast, we got that pretty much sold up. Now I want to go, I want the country. I want New York. I want LA. I want Atlanta. I want, Miami, the bigger markets and in the world. Because I think, like, if it works in your town, all you have to do is scale it up. You know what I'm saying? If it works for 100,000 people in Augusta, okay, put it in front of 1 million. Now put it in front of 100 million and see what happens. It's going to be the same result. So that's what I'm doing. All I'm doing now is just scaling up. I'm just, okay, I went from a local artist to more of a regional artist, from a regional, situation. Now I'm going for nationwide domination, baby.
What was what was the reason of the name change?
P-Nyce was getting old. People didn't know what P-Nyce was. What is P-Nyce? What is he? What is he?
He's a rapper.
Exactly.
Right.
You ask this guy, hey man, what is P-Nyce?
He a rapper.
You don't know what P-Nyce is. They didn't know if he was a rapper, a promoter, a graphic designer, a videographer at one time, or a radio personality. It was just confusing at what P-Nyce was. You know what I'm saying? Because he was doing so much stuff. Ugly Money Nietzsche is more of the rapper, and so it was just a rebrand. It's kind of like a 2 Chainz situation, just kind of like a fresh start.
Do you think the rebrand was better or worse for the rapper side of you?
Well, I'm retired, so I guess that answers that.
I mean, you was you was when you switched when you changed your name, you was still rapping.
Facts.
Right. So with the rebrand change for the rapper side of you, was that better or worse?
I think it was better because it just gave it a up to date twist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been P-Nyce since.
And how did you come up with Ugly? Like out of all the names in the world, you could have
Ugly
changed.
Money, okay, I'm gonna tell you the reason.
Yeah, I gotta know this one.
Ugly Money comes from my friend that I was in Iraq with, Dre Day. And he had a song. My favorite song of his was called Ugly Money. It was like 5s and 10s. We ain't counting all this ugly money. And I was like, oh, that shit hard. And then, but he also suffers from PTSD. And right now, he's in and out the hospital. I mean, he really has. We're praying for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so he suffers from PTSD. This is a guy that I went to war with. This is the guy that I busted my gun with. This is the guy that I've shot and killed with. And right now he's not in his right mind. So just in respect to him, I said, well, I'm gonna take on that Ugly Money moniker and just keep that legacy alive. And then the Nietzsche situation was a girl that I used to know in Colorado that had passed, and my name was Nice, N-Y-C-E, and she used to always be like, Nietzsche. And I was like, what the fuck? But she ended up passing.
Man. Okay, that's dope,
She
man.
ended up passing away or whatever, and it was kind of hard on me. I was like,
But
well,
you're using that to
I'm gonna use that to
that's
salute
dope,
you.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Ugly Money Nietzsche.
Ugly Money Nietzsche.
And the reason why it's spelled N-I-C-H-E, because it is a niche. It's a niche. It's one piece. It's like the Buddy Love of my Sherman Clump. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? P-Nyce is a nice guy. Goddamn Nietzsche, shit.
Last question for the night, man. I see you got fight night going on here in Tuesday nights in Atlanta, Georgia.
Venue.
How did that situation with you and Young Jock? Like because I seen like from my point of view, from what I seen, it was like Jock made a post, and after he made a post, you commented under it, and the next thing I know, Tuesday nights here for fight night. Is that exactly how it happened, or like?
Not exactly.
Okay.
It goes back to relationships.
Oh, because y'all knew each other from back when.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, that makes sense.
It goes back to relationships and doing good business. I've probably booked Jock 6-7 times, but that even there, the fact that gave him the familiarity with me, be like, okay, I know bro, I do good business, but then the also not shitting on people where as soon as he said anything about bringing a fight night to a club, there was 20 different women that were like, Nietzsche. And, with them echoing that, it's like, yo, you need him. And people automatically, they were passionate about it. Like, no, bro, you need this guy. I didn't really have to say much. You know what I'm saying? I said something. I was like, hey, man, let's make it happen. And then everybody else did all the work for me. I didn't have to do it. He gets my number from somewhere. Like, hey, bro, you free Tuesday? I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Oh, so he didn't so it wasn't like you hit him up. It was more like he hit you up.
Well, I wouldn't say that was a mutual thing. I mean,
right.
he had posted the post, and I had commented. I was like, let me know if you want to make it happen. But it was really the people that champion that, like, okay, because there was plenty of other guys that were trying to get the gig,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, bro, you need this guy. And like, they were passionate about it, and some of them, I guess, had a relationship with him too as well. So, it worked out. It worked out for the good.
Oh man, this one came up because I asked you this before,
Okay.
but this one on camera. Why the videos and the music to go with the videos of the? Like what made you want to get? Because that's what really I like. What to me made Fight Night jump. Really not really more so the promotion, but just the videos behind the promotion of Fight Night. Like
it just goes back to social media being king, and really having dope content.
Right.
Like content is so powerful. You think about it. People don't watch the TV as much as they used to watch it.
Nah.
But everybody's always on their phone. It's always on their phone. So if I can give them content of my event, it promotes itself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're not going to share a flyer that says free till 11 o'clock at such and such a spot. But you know what? You'll share a video of a motherfucker getting knocked out and, you know Sonic rings popping out from his head when he gets knocked hit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's entertaining. At the same time, I'm cross-promoting my event. I'm cross-promoting my brand. I'm cross-promoting myself throughout this situation. So I'm drawing you in with the fact that somebody's getting their ass knocked the fuck out.
And did that lead to where because I seen that you're actually doing like real boxing.
Yeah.
So like that, just doing the Fight Night videos got you to where, because you was Saturday in Augusta with Big Brandon, right?
Yeah. And Roy Jones was there, you know, and me and Roy gonna be working on some stuff too. We talked, and he's gonna bring me in on some of his events and to do his ring announcement and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just staying consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just staying consistent with it and being on the top of people's minds. People know, like, you know, if anybody was if Barack Obama wanted to do a slap contest and he posted it, there's going to be 1,000 people that are going to say Ugly Money Nietzsche because they know that I'm the subject matter expert in it. They know that, oh, he's the nigga that gets the girl slapped, and you know what I'm saying? And so when you can stay consistent, you do the work, you put the content out, and you've already laid that base down. When the opportunity knocks, you don't even got to say much. People are going to automatically know what it is. Like, oh, that's the guy you need to go see. That's the guy that really does this shit. You know, so.
I hope eventually he get into like celebrity boxing. To where, like, remember that Soulja Boy and
I wish
Chris
that would
Brown?
have happened. That would have been dope. That would have been dope. Stay tuned. I got some things in the working. You know, Fight Night movies coming out. Hopefully it gets picked up by Netflix or one of these platforms, and I believe that it's going to shed a light on the culture that we have built.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It goes in depth, and it's just entertaining, bro. It's entertaining as shit. I was just watching ESPN. And it was like two guys throwing a beanbag in a hole. And I'm like, why the fuck is this shit on ESPN? This shit is boring as hell.
Right.
But you're telling me that two niggas slapping the shit out each other isn't more entertaining than a motherfucker throwing a beanbag through a hole? Oh, bro, this shit needs to be a legitimate sport. And that's what we're trying to do now. It's like the whole slap contest situation. It needs to be a legitimate. It's entertaining as shit. You know, people love knockouts. That's what we give them.
That's true.
We give people what they want, baby.
That's true.
Hey.
Well, we live once again, man. Ugly Money Nietzsche, a.k.a. P-Nyce, a.k.a. Philip Harris, whatever you want to call him, man. Right here, the Moss Podcast. Any inspirational words you want to give to anybody?
Yeah, man. Your network is your net worth, period. It's just all about who you know a lot of the times. So just, you know, make sure that you don't shit people on the way up, because you're going to see them same folks on your way down.
There you go.
If you ever get back up, it's because them folks fuck with you and you was a good nigga on the way up. So don't ever shit on anybody. The janitor could end up being owning the building. So treat everybody with the same love and respect and keep God first.
That's very true. We live once again, and consistency is key. Y'all heard that too, man. Right here, Ugly Money Nietzsche, P-Nyce. Right here, B-Moss on the Moss Podcast, and we are out.
B-Moss, baby.